table and being like, all right. And
He
I'm like,
did bring
that
up-
feels
He did
terrible,
bring up
dude.
the point that Enforcer would have been the best Vader because A, you don't care about Lord Vader's defense value so much. Like that's
Yeah.
not important. Is he power 7 or power 6?
He's power 7.
So you can't persona replace.
Yeah.
He said persona replace, and I thought to myself, I don't
No,
think you
you
can.
can't. He's power
But
6.
he would have been good for canceling Hark's text at some points. Or,
At the same site.
right. I mean, there could have been some counterplay with that, but not really.
Yeah.
It's.
But that's if he sticks around the site long enough for me to do it.
Yeah. And you just enjoy your space early. Like, that's. The only times it ever works
And
out.
I drew that space way too late.
Way
I'm like,
late.
And I'm like, I've got
He
the Emperor sitting there. I'm not gonna
and
put
Tarkin.
the Emperor.
Like that's the
and
other
have the
thing,
actual.
too.
Well, I was trying to actually kill Tarkin off. I was trying to get him to kill Tarkin off,
So you
I
could be
put him-
a space threat, right?
Space. I'm like, fight me. I'm gonna hopefully you can kill
Okay,
Tarkin.
so we're
get
back in
me.
game 6.
Good luck, man.
Stop by to apologize. So yeah, we're back on. We got game 6. This one's going to be
Exciting.
This one actually.
This is going to have stuff. There was going to be lots of Star Wars battles.
Should be. But yeah, we got Reed Smith.
What is that?
versus
It's
Jones. It's
it's
Throne Room versus ASM.
yes, but what are Reed's starting effects? So it's
He's got the you cannot.
gift from to the mentor. Go get the weapon, matching weapon. I don't know. I'm gonna go
I
look.
got it.
Okay. Joe is reading cards. Ruh-roh. So, just to preface this game, like the knock on ASM, and this we alluded to it in an earlier game, but trying to save the ASM discussion for an ASM on stream. The knock on ASM, for those of you who aren't familiar with the legacy version, basically, like it was power creep. So like you could start with a Jedi and you could lightsaber and craziness, but the light side player was prohibited from draining at the location. So they could commit resources to the prisoner's site in an effort to help prevent the flip. But they weren't doing damage, right? They were committing resources to do 0 damage. They were committing resources only for board position.
Yeah.
So the knock on the current version of the deck, like in this, what we're about to see, is that it adds an icon to the site, and there's no deterrent for light to just not pile up. I mean, this is potentially one of the worst matchups. He's showing us his hand.
Well,
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure Reed. If anybody has playtested this matchup, it's Reed.
Absolutely. Reed is intimately familiar with Throne Room. I mean, that's
He
his
sleeps in
go-to.
his throne room next to his bed.
Mm-hmm.
But no, as for Reed's starting effects, he's got You Cannot Hide Forever,
Mm-hmm.
Where Are Those Droidicas,
Okay.
and Crossfire.
Okay, so he's banking on 2 droids shooting, getting power +5, and reducing the defense value of the Jedi substantially.
Yep.
Now, there's a limit set by the Droidica card.
-3
So does You Cannot Hide Forever?
is a -4. Is -1.
But I'm wondering, does the limit not? Is it?
I think
I feel like there's not a benefit to playing You Cannot Hide Forever because I think the limit is the limit.
So. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. That's something we would
Let me
definitely
pull up
have
Droidica wording. Alright, where are those Droidicas? V? Yes. Alright, so the card says non-unique destroyer droids are deploy -1 and forfeit +1. So effectively they're all deploy 2 and forfeit 4, which is better than 3/3. While all your characters at sites are destroyer droids and Nemoidians, while all your characters at sites. So it's worded vaguely. I mean, if I have Maul at a site and I have 2 destroyer droids at another site,
Yeah.
while all your characters at sites are destroyer droids and opponent's characters are defense value -1 to a minimum of 3. Oh, so there's a minimum that it sets, not a... Okay.
So
He can never reduce below 3. But a Jedi that's 7 effectively
becomes a 4.
can go down to a 3. No. The minimum of the defense value is a 3.
It's 3. So.
So 2 Droidicas against Qui-Gon makes him a 4.
Yeah, and then the effect. No,
No,
you're including
the opponent's
effect.
characters are no. It's not cumulative. Something else is like a cumulative.
Yeah.
So it's just a generic -1 to a minimum of 3. It's worded so weird.
I don't know.
I'm gonna
I think,
ask.
Yeah, I think this is one we definitely have to ask about. But okay, so looks like Tom saved one force after he activated. So he got out the JCC, and he got out his 2 docking bays. So that's a pretty good start for him.
Yep.
But I will say, I know Reed's playing like 6 to 7 copies of the Droidicas, and he's playing like 4 of the Destroyer droids. Okay.
Yeah, it's really worded not well.
Okay, so Reed comes down with one of the droids, and a Destroyer droid.
The bridge.
And okay, moves over and passes his turn. Or after Joe. Okay, so Joe just drew into 2 Lukes and a Lisa. So
And what are the names of those droids? So it's
it's a Droidica and a Destroyer droid.
regular destroyer droid.
Yeah.
Destroyer droid doesn't do anything, and a droidica. Okay. Doesn't do anything. All right, they just both have permanent weapons that hit and do stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he's getting the 1 Destiny, so.
Yeah, he's getting 1 destiny. He can shoot twice. So their power is 6.
He's gonna-
They're effectively 11 power plus destiny. It's interesting he's not playing the Silence is Golden to increase his droids.
I asked him that, but he had a Reed Smith answer.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure that we'll see. I mean, he may never have an issue hitting something, right? And then my point is moot, right? That could be the argument.
And so Joe has the Boss Nass Chamber, both his docking bays
And Jedi Council
and
Chamber.
Jedi Council Chamber out on turn 2.
That's what you want.
Yeah. I was gonna say the only thing he's really missing is a 3PO, but we don't even know. I don't even think he plays a 3PO.
He does.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then here comes the Luke.
No force saved. That's
Ballsy. Yeah.
and evac.
It's interesting.
I mean, it's a safety net, right? If nothing else, it's 3 advantage, 3 card advantage. Potentially
So Saber.
getting the 1 out of there. Oh, there's
3PO.
3PO.
3 out of 5 and 3 or 1 3 5. So
So Droidica fires for free, adds 2 if targeting a vehicle. If total destiny is greater than defense value, it's hit and you may activate 1.
well, the Destroyer droid has to. It costs 1.
Yep. So he can only shoot. So he's not even.
So he plays rolling.
Oh God, cards that do things. Rolling.
Okay, this one says Take a non-unique destroyer droid into hand from reserve deck, or during your play phase, relocate your destroyer droid to an adjacent site.
That's pseudopath.
Yeah. Now, is that a regular move?
So
I don't think it is.
it's a relocate. So no.
Yeah. Okay, so just a 4 to hit, I think.
And Lucas defense value is 7 -1 -1. So
So he misses, but he's still gonna get the +5 power. Actually, no, he's not because he doesn't have.
He
the
can't shoot
activation.
twice.
Yeah. I like how even Joe has to.
double check the numbers.
Yeah.
But his defense value is -2.
Yes.
So he's a
Well,
5.
Is it?
It's a -1 from
That, and it's
one effect and
-2.
-1 from the other
It's
effect.
-2.
Well, from what?
The where are those Zordicas?
It doesn't say for each. It just says
No, it says for each, doesn't it?
doesn't say for each. It's a statement.
For each destroyer droid present.
Oh.
It's after the 2 minimum. So he's subsequently 2, 3, so he's a 4.
Oh yeah, for each. That's
Yeah.
awfully worded.
But Luke,
Did he have to Wisa? I wasn't paying attention.
I don't think he had the.
So he's -1 -1 -1. So he's -3. So he was a 4 and he drew a 4.
That doesn't hit.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why he's just double checking.
Yeah. But Luke, so he loses both the destroyer droids, and Joe has a Corn Horn for some reason in his lost pile. Not sure why, but
Huh?
he's got a Corn Horn in his lost pile.
Was he outpowered? What he flip for Battle Destiny?
I didn't see.
Oh, he took.
He played. Reed played Dark Time.
Oh, okay. So. Yeah. So I asked Aglets. I'm like, if I have 2 destroyer droids at a site versus Qui-Gon, and an Imperial is at another site, what is his defense value? And he's like, trick question. The Imperial turns that other part off. And I'm like, so 7?
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't know.
So no Maul potentially. I mean, you could play it like an EP.
He does
You play an EPP just as a hit and run, and then he kicks off.
Yeah, I know Reed does play two mauls.
Why did he Wisa then? I don't get it. He was -1 -1 from the 2 droids and the
Maybe Joe just
effect,
did the math wrong.
and then -1 again from the you cannot hide forever.
Yeah.
So that's -3. Yeah, he didn't play a Dark Time. He drew it for the Weapon Destiny. So it's just overflow. But why would he Wisa? Yeah, he drew an Anakin, so he was only... Yeah, so he got outpowered. That was it. That's fine. Is that 60? P60?
Yes.
Oh my god, P60 is so happy. He's on stream. And that's the AI foil droidica that you got for OCS games.
Yeah.
I know that one.
They may. Okay. So P60 adds +1 and causes a 1 force loss. And again, Reed just doesn't have any cards left over. Oh, okay. So P60 suits is a +2. I'm sorry. And he draws P59 for Destiny. I think that's a dead Luke.
So -1, 2, 3 makes him a 4 defense value.
Plus,
Shooting at +2, and he drew a 3, so that is it.
and he loses.
Yep, the
Yeah.
things, the battle
It's a dead Luke.
planes.
And now Reed can shoot again with the Droidica. Because it fires for free, so now his power is going to be +5. And he draws a Droidica for Destiny. So he's got 3 for. So he's got essentially. No, he fired again. Sorry.
So he's power 3, and 3 is 6, plus 5
11
is
before Destiny.
11.
And he draws Newt. So what's Newt? Is he
He's a 3.
He's 3.
Yeah.
Okay. And Joe draws a 5. So that's 2 more dead droids for Reed.
Oh man, he wishes he had taken that lightsaber now off of the.
Yeah.
It's curious that he. I mean, maybe he's gonna Unita or something. I have no idea.
Yeah. Maybe he didn't. Oh.
But so anyway, back to this ASM deck, right? It obviously Reed was successful in clearing Luke. It took him 4 characters to do it, but
Yeah.
the knock is the light side. There's nothing to prohibit them from just ganging up on the prisoner, like just 5 dudes, you know. First turn Luke, second turn back up with Anakin, third turn back up with Padme or something. I mean, it's just you just load up a
See,
site.
now we have a Qui-Gon.
I mean, this is like a bad action movie, the way Joe is approaching this, right? He just, one guy at a time. Reed is, I mean, I don't know how many more droids he has in his hand. I can't see
Yeah.
his hand size right now.
And I'm not sure like what he has in the way of retrieval for droids, because I don't think there's any for destroyer droids. And I want to say it was Emil or maybe it was Bastion who pointed out, without the droid racks, this deck is just. You're just throwing wave after wave of your droids at characters.
Right. Which right now it's manageable only because it's one guy at a time. But if
Yeah.
Joe, like, I don't think. Yes, you want to stop them from flipping. This is a true statement. I think Joe could have waited one more turn and gone into the 2 droids with like more than just 1 Luke.
And all Reed's doing is drawing up.
Yep, because Reed. So now if he can get down Luke and 1 more guy or 2 guys, it's going to be a lot more difficult. We'll see.
Well, we will know this. Whoever wins this game is, I would say, almost guaranteed to make
Yeah,
it
no.
tomorrow.
If you're 6-0, you're in. That's simple.
Okay, so Reed just activates 1. Now Joe is going to lose a card.
Master Destroyers is a card. Target a character same side as 2 of your destroyer droids. For a remainder turn, that target may not fire weapons is power -2. It's a used interrupt. Or you can lose it in one force to take 3 non-uniques into hand.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh shit! Oh!
Oh, so it looks like Reed only had 2 new gun rates. So we're
Holy
not
crap!
going to get a table flip. We're
Oh,
not going to get a Matt Wadden.
interesting play.
Yeah.
Fucking gosh.
Yeah, for those who don't know what happened, we had a game earlier with Phil Asen versus Matt Wadden. What was it, like turn 3?
Turn 3, Wadden drew up a big hand after playing strategic reserves, and Phil was like Grimtosh, and he got 2 guns and 3 troopers, and just
Yeah.
that was
That
it.
was just like, I'm done. I bet Joe's a little surprised that he only got gun ray.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's good to get him out because he's obviously him and Maul would be 2 battle destinies.
No. Just the Lord Maul.
Why?
He has to work with Trade Federation in title, in lore.
Is that the virtual one?
Yeah.
Oh.
And Darth Maul with Saber does not have
Gotcha.
that. Yeah, because there's only 2 Mauls that have that in their lore.
I think that Joe, when he opened his opening 8, I think he showed us the Jedi concentration. I'm just saying. So he's paying to drain for 3.
Is it?
He just, yep, because it adds an icon to the site. So it's insult to injury, right? Like, all he has to do is own 1 site, which, guess what? Throne Room, pretty good at doing that. So that's why I think Joe was a little hasty out of the gates. But, you know, whatever. Losing 1 Luke is not the end of the world.
No.
He's clearly up
But
on
right
life
now,
force.
though, it kind of is. It's kind of hurting him because he's got second saber on the evac control.
That's fine. He's got, I'm sure, I'm fairly confident he's got a Jedi's concentration. Would not be surprised if he has a
I was going to
Hujix.
say, I did see the blaster deflection,
Oh, okay.
so
Well,
I think that's the card that Reed's going to grab in this game.
oh, yeah.
I know in previous iterations of his throne room, Joe liked to play 2 clashes, but
No, he's just playing 1.
you think he's just playing 1? Okay.
He may not have. He may have 3PO'd, or he may have, if not 3PO'd, he might have luked, like my father before me, to put a card back. So he might have put back the extra Luke.
Yeah, he is running the 2. There's just 1 on the evac control,
Yeah.
and Reed's just rolling up. I'm not sure if he's playing anything.
Now, if he walklings for the Grimtosh and then gets it back
Yeah.
and plays it again, that would be busted.
That's a blowout.
I mean, so the activation ratio right now. So Joe is 3. Well, he doesn't get 1 icon from the site where the prisoner's at. So he's 5 on Coruscant. No, it makes their activation -1 there. So he's at 5 from Coruscant. He's at 1, 2 from the blockade ship sites. So that's 7. And then 1, 2, 3 on the docking bays and the throne room. He's doing it for us now.
Well, he's also got the boss snatch chamber over there. Wow, that was too fast.
It looked like 12. So
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 12, 13. I count 14.
Maybe he's
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with size. This is grim. And there's another drain of 3.
Yep. And now with 11 force plus in his, he's going to drop 2 dudes.
You would think. I mean, how big is his hand?
He just
It's a pretty hefty hand. And he's going to put peel. So we got appointment, sniper, dark strike. Yeah, Reed's just losing good cards left after right.
3. Yeah. Yeah, I'm counting 14 even with the -1. He has 5 from Coruscant. He has 5 from the opposite end of the board. That's 10. 2 from the middle flagship site.
Yeah, I got 14 too.
He pays 3 to drain, so he's down to 11 plus whatever he had saved.
And there's the Luke. So now he's at
4 for Padme? Yep. I mean, that's... I mean, yes, you can kill that. It's not unkillable, but Joe's had 2 turns of drain 3.
And we saw Reed lose Sniper off the top. We saw Reed lose other good cards he's lost. And he doesn't have the activation that Joe does.
Yeah, Reed's looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that right? So 3, 4 from Coruscant, and then 5 from the... So he's activating 10 total.
Yeah. To Joe's 14.
Yeah, that's not a good ratio.
No.
Did he just activate his whole deck, or is he searching for
I
something?
think he's searching.
Yeah. No, I think he activated his whole deck.
No, he used the objective to go fish
Oh,
a
a droid. Gotcha.
A non-unique droid. Okay, so he pays for that droid. Okay, so he's got a destroyer droid. He's got a P-50, or I think it's P-59 in his deck or in his hand.
It's a droidica and a regular destroyer droid, right?
Yeah.
One of
There's
each.
P-59 or P-60.
P60 again.
P-60.
He is so happy.
He has never been on stream more than today.
And P59.
P59.
Now doesn't he get 2 Battle
He gets two
Destinies?
Battle Destiny there, but
Wait,
Joe's going to take the saber off.
what is it 2? I don't remember all the P60. What does he do? He
It's-
does adds 1 Destiny. Okay, so he has all he has is
He has 2 Destiny.
no, but where's the first one coming from? He has unable to otherwise off of P59.
P6, the destroyer droid.
Draws 2.
No, he draws.
Adds 1.
Yeah, add 1. I believe it adds 1 with the destroyer droid. Or no, maybe the droidica.
I still think he's only at 1 Destiny.
Adds 1 Destiny. While with another battle droid, adds 1 Destiny.
Okay.
So he does get the
So he does get 2. But he can evac, which he wants to do anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, he's gonna evac.
And Yavin Sentry is out. So he'll evac for Luke's Saber.
That's a dead Qui-Gon.
Grimtosh only hit 2 cards. He got doubles and Newt.
Yeah. And I think Reed had us turn it off in his hand. So he's gonna he'll probably swing at piece 59.
There's the O switch off.
Yeah, or switch off that. Yeah. that's
Japanese.
Yep.
Good style.
So who did he hit Qui-Gon with?
I think the guys that are at the bottom have been used.
Okay.
I think they're once it fired, it drops down. I think. So he's
his power there is 4, 7, 10.
all the droids are 3 except for P59, right? Who's a 4?
Yeah, 12.
So
16,
13.
21.
How?
12. Or no, 9.
9 plus 4 is
13,
13. 18.
18.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 5. So there's a dead Luke. I mean, Reed's going to lose 2 droids. Most likely.
He's adding a Destiny to attrition, and he
Yeah.
could be losing 3 droids, honestly, if he draws well. He's been 3POing the whole time, so
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Throne room being what it is, he's definitely losing 2. I give you that. He could be losing 3 if he draws like 5-6-6
Okay.
or something 5-5-5
Excuse me. I mean, Joe's also has a
or
chance to lose
5-6.
3 cards just because of being hit by the droids.
Yeah, there's a little bit of attrition in there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's Star Wars battles. There he goes. Yeah, limit.
Okay.
Odds just went to
And there's a dead Padme.
6 and a 1. Oh, he can't Jedi love it. Oh, you can't do it.
I love that. No,
It's attrition. Attrition Destiny. Yep. Oh man, it wasn't the Battle Destiny. Good call. So 12. Yep, that's gonna.
That's clearing all of Reed's droids.
No, because they're all forfeit 4 or 5. Yeah, P60 is a 5 forfeit,
Okay.
I think. But the other droids, remember, they're -1/+1 on deploy and forfeit. So
right.
he just lost 3. It's no big deal.
How's Padme still there?
She never got hit.
What do you draw for Destiny?
His dudes aren't forfeit equals 0. They're just destroyer droids.
No. I'm saying.
How did he miss her?
No. How is she still there? Because I thought he drove 4 for Destiny.
His dudes that were hit are still forfeit for their
Oh,
normal.
that's right. Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand how she didn't get hit, but
Yeah, same here. So that's 2 out of the 4 Lukes. And now he's got the saber back.
it's 5 Lukes. Why would you play 4?
Because Chris Kelly doesn't play 4 or 5. And I'm pretty sure the last. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Good eye, Silver. Yeah,
It's good someone's paying attention.
but so he's got a Chewie now. Okay, so
Shoro.
and
And he has the Chewie, so
he's got the
yeah.
Chewie.
It's
And
clear.
Rey. Oof. I don't see a. Okay, Reed does have a Gick.
Yeah, he has the Gick.
I think he has 2.
I mean, I see we must accelerate our plans. I have to assume that Rita's also playing the bridge. He just didn't get it.
Most likely.
Which I mean, 4 force is a pretty huge deficit.
Yeah.
Walkie Chewbacca. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Won
So we
the
got the
fight.
battle. So now the question is, if you're Reed, who do you fire at?
Solo. Wow. Wow. That's rough.
Yeah.
So 2 battle destiny. I mean, doesn't matter. Alter and a 6. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
5. Okay. Bye, Padme.
She did her job.
Is he grabbing it? Yeah. and that makes it a lot harder. I mean, EPP Maul can come down and can clear the site.
Does he have one in his hand?
Yeah.
Okay. But at the same time, he's going to take overflow.
I mean, he doesn't have like a sniper dark strike or anything to push forward.
No, because he lost.
And he's clearly going to get hit. I mean, he's not running force field. He's running O switch off. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a good situation.
No. Yeah, and he doesn't have the force to throw any more guys down, too.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Just setting up a 5. Yep. So this is. I mean, this is granted. I mean, there's been a couple different builds of ASM out there. There's been the Naboo blaster rifle version that uses any methods necessary. You start with Boba Fett and the gun,
Okay.
and the prison, and you get Forlom out, and it's like all sorts of crazy tricks. And it's just
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
like one Naboo blaster rifle, one copy of Imperial artillery, hidden weapons, sneak attack. It's interesting.
What?
Yeah.
What's it do?
It dares you to battle, and then it does stupid stuff.
I mean, I've seen the more.
So that one's bounty hunter themed, effectively, with EPP malls in there.
Interesting.
There's, the traditional more mains version. There's 2 variants. One
Yeah.
is EPP mall focused. The other is like, oh, I want mall with saber. But I feel like in the meta right now, mall saber is awful. Like Young Apprentice mall, because if you play against any number of decks, they're just going to be like, okay, I ultimatum. You can lose 1 to make me lose 2. Like I'll let you drain me for 2, and it's just not good.
And then we have this version.
Yep. I've seen there's a blaster droid rifle version.
Yeah.
So you're flipping 9s and stuff.
I mean, I want to say it was recently where I saw Jared Consker play Chris Kelly. Almost the same matchup, and Chris just got blown out.
You mean Chris was light?
Chris was light, yeah.
Was it the same deck?
It was I want to say it was a hit code, but
I mean, it's sort of like the way evasion can randomly go off, right? It's like if evasion has in its hand the wounded warrior and the sniper dark strike and the da-da-da-da-da. If they have more tricks than you bargained for, yes, you can be in trouble. But the thing with invasion is at least you get the backup with the droid racks, right? Your stuff suiciding, dying, it comes back, right? Like eventually. Like here, you're just building your loss pile.
yeah.
So it's a nice idea, but I don't.
It's cute. Well, I mean, at this point, Reed is 2-0 with the deck. So, I mean, if he finishes 3-1 with the deck at the end of the day,
I mean,
I
it doesn't mean it's good. It means Reed's a good player.
So he just throws down 4 droids and says, "Go."
Yeah, that's. So Joe's probably got a sorry about the mess. He's probably got 1 or 2 more characters.
So you play the sorry about the mess during his control phase, and then plays it again with Solo.
You can't play it twice. It's unique.
Oh, it's okay.
Get that one out of here. I mean, the just like the most effective part of this deck has been the random damage from hitting things. I mean, he is causing him to go through a bunch of characters, but yeah, he had to pay extra for Yavin Sentry for some of them. I think
Just the one.
Joe is beating
Joe
up droids.
is, yeah,
Oh, I see that.
left and right,
Is there any other direction to beat droids up?
up and down.
Fair enough. Could be orthogonal. That's true.
Select start.
What's your record?
4-2.
4-2.
Yes.
You got one out.
That doesn't make any sense. You haven't played 4 games with Light.
Map against no idea.
Ooh. Yeah.
Got the early Doctor E.
Oh, so okay.
Oh,
and the close
nice.
call.
I'm surprised close calls like quietly making a comeback.
I don't think it ever went away.
I mean, for a little while it did.
Is that Obi before the Anakin?
No, that's
Oh, no, it's
Solo,
still
that's
Chewie.
still.
Okay.
There's the
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Psychic. How did I know?
You know Joe's deck,
Maybe
or you just know throne room.
both.
And of course, one character's going to remain there at least.
I almost talked Joe into playing Keep Your Eyes Open today.
In throne room?
I almost did.
Interesting.
Joe's concentration doesn't do anything for map or ROPS or court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's up to all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the meta how it is right now, I mean, Darkseid's not really playing a lot of lightsabers. Okay, there's one dead droid. Okay.
I like how they've decided the etiquette is after I use my guy to swing, he moves to the bottom of the table. Like
That's
a-
actually that's really good, especially like on a stream. So there goes Chewie.
See a character in the Lost Pile and 5 at the site.
Like depending on who Reed targets, I mean, he could still clear Joe.
The question is, does he have to get the battle?
No,
he already
has it.
there's Gick
He
right
only
there.
has one.
Yeah, we think so.
Okay, so
He definitely doesn't have one in hand right
he's
now.
got the switch.
Well, that helps. So he's
Yeah, so
got
he's
like 12
firing
forfeit of his droids.
blaster deflection. Ooh.
Wump, wump, wump. Grabby,
And
grabby.
just Great grab.
He doesn't grab. He's just gonna 3PO for that back. I don't understand.
I'm a little surprised Joe didn't fire it back.
Reed wasn't able to draw a big hand after playing all his droids.
No.
He's got a small hand.
He's got a small hand, and he's got small activation.
He's only activating 10 to
Yeah.
Joe's 14.
That's not ideal.
No.
No.
Oh, Joe.
What? So solo, he can solo for it.
Solo's not going to survive.
Why isn't he?
He can't use it on solo. The only person who
Oh,
can use it against
that's.
Swan,
I don't
so-
understand what Joe was doing there.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't you just 3PO
I
that
mean, he
back?
can use it on Anakin, so you have to fire at Rey.
He must have been thinking about his destiny.
Well, maybe he's anticipating using solo for the heading for the medical frigate.
Could be. Well, gets grabbed and Reed has
Or Wisa.
I mean, the raw power is 5, 10, 24 plus 12 is 36, 37 to his 12, 16 plus 5, 21. It's 16 that he owes him. So it's them in 4 or 5 at least. Oh, sorry, it's Anakin. So it's them in 6 or 7. It's them in 6 or 7. Everything in 6 or 7.
And although Joe has to lose, is Joe will still have like Anakin or Rey there.
If he did drew less than a 4, he gets to keep them both.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
Okay. Anakin adds 1 to each of those. So he drew a 13 in Battle Destiny, and Rey makes it a 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he could have made it a 15 off of the solo. I don't know why he didn't. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
I think Reed is. I think Reed's in a. Reed realizes there's not really much he can do at this point.
I mean, it could have been interesting had he had, like, Joe's start was almost optimal, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he had all his locations out on by turn 2, 3PO shortly thereafter. I mean, I don't know that anything could have gone. And then Reed had not ever playing the bridge, put him in a huge hole. I mean, this game is probably like 8 or 9 turns long. I mean,
And how many times did he shoot and miss?
yeah, he has had not the best
No.
random destiny luck. And I think
And,
without
and I think with honestly, I think with Silence's Golden V, I mean, there's at least 1 or 2 times he hits.
I don't think it's wrong to float You Cannot Hide Forever because it works with the
Yeah.
deck, but I don't understand why you wouldn't start Silence as Golden.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Okay, so here comes Maul.
Maybe, I don't know.
That's not bad. I mean, he's looking great at sight.
I mean,
Yeah.
so
He's getting around a character.
Silence is Golden also gets you a free
How did
icon.
he put his cards back onto his use pile?
He just swung.
No, he. Oh, never mind.
That's where the Destiny draws go after they go from your reserve deck.
Never mind. I realized that. I thought he was putting his hand back.
That's good.
Oh, Probe Telemetry. That's awesome. Or self-destruct mechanism. Self-destruct mechanism is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That would have been handy any turn prior. Of course, Joe probably had the sense, but that would be the card to sense.
Yeah. And now here comes Luke.
Yep, and Saber and Lando. Is
Lando
he
for
going to play
backup?
Lando?
Why
Yeah,
not?
why not?
Yeah.
Sure. Silence is Golden makes all of your droids Destiny +1, and when you draw a not permanent
Second
weapon or
weapon.
permanent presence icon droid, you can take it into hand, which isn't the thing. It's the fact that you're upping your average Destiny incredibly. And you can deploy Woo Her. No, that's the. Yeah, Silence is
No,
Golden lets
you
you
just
deploy
get
Woo Her, Incinerator, Droid Workshop.
Yep.
And so you do dumb stuff like if you're playing the Jabba's Droid Workshop, it's a 1-0. So activate. It's it's a delayed 1-0. It's not starting Nichu Bana, but you're getting the one icon that you want. It costs you 2 cards.
What does
But
the Droid Workshop do?
so it's just a 1-0 site.
Yeah.
You don't really use it for anything. However, it is a Tatooine site, so you could play a card like Luke. Luke
Oh.
deploys on a Tatooine site, and you target somebody, and whenever they get forfeit equals 0, they're instantly lost. So it's like a preemptive Doctor E, right? So you put it on their
Yeah.
guy, and all you have to.
That's silly, but I like it.
Yeah, there's having a Tatooine site is
Yeah.
interesting.
It isn't Luke like a Destiny 5?
It's a Destiny 4 Utini effect.
Okay. Which is pullable with the Wii mobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you just run it as a one-off to randomly blow out their one dude that you hit. There's no Doctor E on the table, but you just had to be immediately lost. Now they can alter it, but
Yeah.
alter is force loss, except it's not because everyone plays the virtual one. So I don't know, whatever. He's like, I want to grab it. Perimeter scan.
I mean, Reed's got to be sitting under like 12 at this point, and I want to say Joe's clearly at like 16.
I don't know.
I mean, Joe is putting a lot of guys down, but so is Reed.
Yeah, so EPP Mall makes people forfeit equals 0.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, your droids aren't making somebody forfeit 0. EPP Mall does. And I imagine, like, what does Wounded Warrior do? I feel like there's another.
You hit somebody
Make some power equals 0.
Power equals 0s, and they can't have their ability to draw
Okay.
Destiny in a battle.
Or you can cancel his game takes with it. Trade it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the other one. And
I'm just saying, if they have-
he
if-
plays it too.
If Maul had needed to, he could have dropped on 3 dudes. You're effectively killing and operating one. It's cheaper than playing a Sniper Dark Strike.
Yeah.
I don't know. Drain for 4. Wow, that's great. Nothing at all deters that.
What you do is you start Crush the Rebellion. You play you play Presence of the Force on their Twix, and Force Servitude on their Twix. And then you stack that with guys. And then they drain for 4 and you use 1.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a question,
Bad
though.
deck ideas. It's awesome.
In this matchup, does Reed have to get the prisoner to the hand?
I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters where they. That's why I said I don't think it matters that Joe wanted to jump on. Like I don't think Joe should have jumped on there. I think he should just waited one more turn, and it would have
on
just
right at the docking
with
bay?
with a way yes, and said, I'll let you stay flip for a turn or two. I'm gonna keep reinforcing this site so it is unassailable, like this one is starting to look, and then moved away.
Yeah. I honestly say.
I mean, this is why I don't like the ASM deck, because the right play is what Joe is doing. It's telling him stack a site. As long as you stack this site, I can't beat you.
Yeah.
And that's like just bad. At least with the old version of the deck, you're like, okay, you want to commit all of your money characters to that site? I'm just going to go wide. I'll send my dudes to other locations
Yeah.
and start doing damage, and while you're doing
Well,
none.
Would you say that the other deck was fairer?
The old deck?
Yeah.
I mean, it was a
Both
different. It was a
players.
different meta. It was a different meta. I mean, it's apples and oranges.
Yeah. Plus, there was only like 2 sites for that one, the bridge and the dock. Oh, the bridge to the dock and the hallway, because it was played on the.
On the blockade flagship, right?
Yeah.
But the old flip side of the objective, remember, was occupation damage for all locations that you control. None of this only where you have the insidious prisoner, and only if it's a separatist dude, right? It was literally every battleground you controlled was a ping.
Yeah, and now he's starting to do it now.
So we
I'm
walk
pretty sure
lanes.
Reed's going to extend the hand here soon.
Is that? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there goes his entire hand to one train. Now,
Right.
what do you think about like how the old deck it started the prisoner on the flagship?
No, it didn't. It started like this. And they just you got to deploy Grievous from your reserve deck, and they got to start with a Jedi and
They can only
lightsaber.
drain for one at that site.
There was limited. I don't think they could drain at all.
No, I mean, it might have been. It was either drain for one or not at all. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's not at all.
It might-
Here, I got the old card list. What was it? An epic event? Here we go.
Yeah, it was an old epic event.
Insidious Prisoner of Old was opponent may deploy a Jedi and or lightsaber here. Opponent may not force train here. Period. Adds 1 dark icon at same site. Period. Blah 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 blah.
So you have no. So remember here, if lost, it goes to the blockade flagship site. So yeah, it started on the flagship, and it was supposed to be like
Palpatine's quarters? No, that was on Coruscant.
Yeah, deploy on Palpatine's corridors.
Yeah.
If just lost, like when they're saying if this card was just lost, and the only way this card could be lost was like an all card
No,
situation.
as soon as on Palpatine.
Oh yeah, because it used to actually go on Palpatine.
oh,
Remember?
That's right. That's
And
right.
it will again.
Maybe.
Yeah, I just don't think the ASM deck is. Yeah, that's right. I was thinking of the weapon fee. Sorry. Now it was your job to bring Palpatine back.
Stunning leader.
It's Chewie when you need it.
Yeah. But it doesn't do anything for Reed.
I mean, he just lost his stunning leader instead of losing to a drain.
Yeah.
Did something.
All of the Destiny.
I mean, I think the Legend deck is really good. I just
Yeah.
don't think that the right build has been decided
I
upon
agree.
yet. And I feel like when people are faced with a new meta and they're not sure and they don't want to take a risk on an unknown, people are defaulting back to what they know is good and safe. That's why we're seeing so much throne room and seeing so much
court.
Nah, less so the court, but throne room and map being the two most dominant decks is to me just a sign of human nature. And
And that's why, I mean, at least Reed came out with a deck that he figured, one, was good, and is new. I mean, I will say this. Him and the Pittsburgh guys did a lot of playtesting.
what's up, B-Fred?
It's the Catalina wine mixer, man.
What?
Pow! Pow, pow.
What?
Step Brothers? Where they're like really belligerent guys just keep going pow whenever the guy's like trying to talk, whenever he like pauses. Have you not seen Step Brothers? Hey, you idiot. It was like, well, this guy is like a jerk. And his brother is Will Ferrell, and Will Ferrell is like trying to like talk to him. And the other guy, his brother's belligerent friend, just wait for him to stop talking. And every time he does, it's like pow. And then like the guy.
He actually hits him?
What?
He actually hits him?
No, he's like making like he's just like sitting. The dude's just sitting back in a chair chilling. So he's like leaning forward, like listening intently. So every time the guy says, he's like pow. And then the brother will start just like he will like pause in between talking, and the other guy will just like perfectly just like pow. And at the end, he's like, "What kind of wine mixer, man?" And the guy's like pow pow. It's just he's so belligerent.
Yeah, it looks like Reed's got like maybe 3 cards left in his deck.
Man, he's like, I don't know how you pulled it off, but man, you did good. It's kind of, and Will Ferrell starts to try and explain. So this guy's like, I gotta stop you right there because whenever I see your face trying to talk, I just want to punch you in the face. And Will Ferrell's like, is there something I can do to make you not want to punch me in the face? But he's like, no. He's like, you just got rid of those faces, man. It just makes you want to. Like, that guy's like the best guy in the movie. So you need to see it, basically. Who we got here, anyways?
Joe and Reed.
Is this study move going strong?
No, it is not going strong. Reed has activated a maximum of 10 force all game. Joe has been activating 14 since turn 3.
Reed should be happy that he's won 2 games with this study move.
Correct.
Yeah. No, I wasn't. No, I was just wondering what you were doing over there. I just heard a noise. You can have it as long as you sign the V cards that you made.
Oh no, you have the ones with the stale peanut butter. Fucking dude. Pow!
Did you eat it?
Yeah.
Okay, you gonna come over here?
Huh?
I want your signature.
Why? You gonna try and get me a signed polish later? Like, seriously?
Here. No, Elorus.
Huh?
Elorus.
Oh god, I told them not to put my name on that card. That is not my card.
Which card?
Elrus.
Okay, how about Palace Raider then?
I tried to make Murder because he's an actual smuggler that never gets played, and he had half of Elrus text and half of.
Just as the concept was by you.
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, do not put my name on it.
Come on.
I'm not signing that one. You find Palace Raider, I will sign it.
I got it right here.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Give me a second.
Nah, your second's up. Yeah, I think Reed's got like, what, 2 cards left?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, this game was over about 3 turns ago, so.
Okay, so we'll go get Joe Olson over here, talk about the game and everything. And, yeah, then we'll move on to Game 7.
Cool. Is this one of every V card?
Yeah, anybody has, like, original concept by.
So I should sign one?
Yes.
Do you know where it is?
Hey.
Howdy, partner. Can you guys hear Joe?
Yeah, I'm usually pretty loud.
I think your mic too.
Even if my mic is off, they'll just hear me through your mic.
This is true. This is true. So, congratulations on the win, my friend.
Thank you.
So, did you learn anything new about what Throne Room does and how ASM is?
Yes. Destroyer Droid scared me, so I didn't want to pile too much at first, and I just had like Qui-Gon and maybe a couple dudes, but I should have just piled hard because he couldn't do anything else except take that site, because I can drain a lot there. So
We kind of felt it was bad action ninja movie where like you kept putting out one guy at a time so he could always deal with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, so in retrospect, would you have?
I was trying to efficiently trade like 1 or 2 of mine for 2 to 3 of his and run him out of dudes. Like get Padme, clear multiple dudes per battle, and try and lose a little less. And then the turn he got like 4 droids and was able to just clear a bunch of stuff. I was like, fine, screw it. Like I just need to pile hard because he has no other game plan. I mean, I guess he could go to his 2 blockade sites and then over to my JCC or something, or go to.
I mean, you're
Boston
activating
Spy,
14,
but
he's
yeah.
activating 10. So
Yeah,
I mean
that's brutal.
that's a part of the story. But do you think, in hindsight, you needed to go with Luke to kill the first 2 droids on that turn, or do you think it would have been better to drop like 3 dudes once he made it to the blockade flagship?
I didn't want him to get all the way to the flagship and
Why?
flip and start pulling cards because then I'm taking.
Losing force.
He does a lot of direct damage, as you saw with this nice dark time loop plus the droid shooting, and I didn't want him to like pull a card and make me have to lose 2 to. It was just, I was like, I want to aggressively go stop the flip, and keep, if we can keep the action at that drain foresight, then I'm happy. And then it would, even if something goes wrong for me, it would take him 2 turns to go over. I'd have a turn to draw and then come back down and still stop it.
Gotcha. And on the initial, we saw on the very, very, very first shot of the game where he shot your Luke and you were doing the math for the first time and you were like, okay, -2, -3, so I'm a 7, -3 is 4, and didn't he draw 4?
I was a 4. He
drew the Dark Time for Destiny on the very first shot.
And did he miss? Did we
Well, I'm asking you, did you Wisa on that, or did you? He did. That is a natural miss.
Yeah, I did not Wisa.
Okay.
I only Wisa'd once,
Okay.
I think. Yeah, I did not Wisa. Yeah, it was a miss because he didn't. The droid didn't add any +1, so he was a 4 and it was a 4.
And you blaster deflectioned once, and then you immediately lost it from the use pile. Why? Because you wanted Solo. You wanted Solo to be his next.
Yeah, I was thinking it would be useful, but it was not.
I mean, the only thing you did was made him shoot Solo next.
Sure. And then and I could have got it back with
3PO.
But I had all scrubs out at that point, and I still had Hera in hand, and I still
So,
had
okay.
Padme in hand, and it was like
He would have
Blaster
played
Deflection,
around it.
He would have just shot everyone else.
But the targets for that.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
It looked like an interesting deck. It looked like against any scrubs, like I bet it matches up great against No Idea, where you're just, I mean, because they're all defense value +2 from the flip side, but minus from his effect makes them all 3s, and he had a pretty good Destinies in there. I was hoping my Grimtosh would get more.
Yeah.
That was a bummer.
Yeah, we saw that coming, and we're like, oh! And then we're like, oh,
Yeah.
there's only 2 cards. But, all right. Yeah. So you are 6-0?
I am 6-0.
So you're going to go get dinner now?
No, I.
Concede?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I would feel bad doing that to whoever, but yeah, pressure's off.
I think they'd be okay with it.
No, to whoever else is not my opponents.
Oh, yeah.
I will make a good faith effort, but yeah, it's shaping up to be a good top 8. There's a lot of I mean, going into this game, me, Reed, and Tom Haid were the 3 undefeated, so that's solid.
We'll find out who won on the forums. I'm not going to worry about that now, but
Cool. How's your day going?
some games are better than others to stream.
Yeah,
I will say that.
I
Yeah.
imagine.
I next time OA is on stream, I'm just gonna
Oh,
I'm gonna need to take a break.
game's a grind.
It is a
Yeah.
grind.
Especially with Hark. I hope they change it so that the old allies cannot reduce drains at their own site, at their own locations. Because Hark doing stuff and them capping the drains, it's like you can't go invade their sites because they just run away and Hark and cap it at 1. You attack them, they get the -2. But at least with like ROPS not doing the drain -1, they're forced to engage you, and old allies can just like run away, and it's
Yep.
a little frustrating.
It is. It is.
But I thought that was a good fix. Them not, one of the Europeans proposed it. I think it was Flores, but I might be wrong on that. Was saying like just have old allies not cap their own, just like Ralter does. And
Well, so to be fair, in that game, Brandon was at all 3 battleground sites. He only got reduced once by the objective. The rest of the work was all done by Hark and Rose.
Yeah, Rose is a silly card too. Because I mean, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. All right. Let's not talk about unfun games.
Yeah. That last one was fun. I'm
yes.
glad Reed Smith tried something new.
Absolutely. Well, good job on the win, man.
Thanks.
Thanks for your time.